Breaking news, gunfire on the streets of Northeast Ohio. Police open fire on a suspect. Hello and welcome to News Channel 5 at noon. I'm Lee Jordan. Police open fire on a man with a gun at East 140th Street in Kinsman on Cleveland's east side. It happened a short time ago, and our Leon Bibb has been on the scene. Leon, what are you finding out there?
I'll tell you this, Lee. Police said that the man was seated in the front yard of an apartment building right over my shoulder there, just a few yards back. They had a weapon when he arrived. There had been reports of a man shooting at another man in the area of East 140th Street in Kinsman here in southeast Cleveland. That's why police arrived on the scene. Cleveland police said the man did not drop his weapon. When police did arrive, he pointed his weapon toward an officer who was still in his police car. The police chief of Cleveland said that the police officer from his car fired his weapon 3 times at the man who had the gun. We talked with Police Chief Calvin Williams, and we talked with a witness to all of this just a few moments ago.
The male actually raised the weapon, pointed at the officer who was still seated in the patrol car, and uttered some words to the officer. The officer tried to take evasive maneuvers. The male continued to come at the officer with the weapon, at which time the officer fired 3 shots at the male, continued to back up, got out of the danger zone. The male went down. The officer then went back to render assistance to that male.
He just come out the yard and pulled a gun out because the police was coming down the street. And he started shooting at him. He asked him what the you gonna do, and he shot at the police 3 times, and then he went down. He had him stop the car. When he come back up, he shot him. He did it to himself, y'all. The police self-defense.
That was Yvonne Baldwin. She says she knew the man, whom police have not positively identified. The man has died of his wounds. All of this unfolded on East 140th Street in Kinsman, literally about 50 yards away from a daycare center on the corner. I can say that I also talked with an aunt, a woman who identified herself as an aunt of the man. She said the backstory is that the man who was shot by a Cleveland police officer, who has not been identified yet, she said that the man's mother died just a few days ago. They went to Alabama to have a funeral. She said he was very despondent, had been drinking heavy and was very despondent and grieving very hard, said the aunt, over the loss of his mother. There is a big police presence here at East 140th Street in Kinsman. That's in the Kinsman area of southeast Cleveland. A very big police presence here. Not only police, but people from the Community Relations Department of the City of Cleveland. There's also an organization called the Cleveland Peacekeepers Alliance. They are here as well because in the back of so many people's minds is Ferguson, Missouri. And no one wants to see what happened in Ferguson happening here. That's not to say that this is not a difficult situation, but most of the people seem to be taking this information in stride as to what happened. I know the police chief, Calvin Williams, who we just interviewed just a while ago, he walked among the people here, and he's been talking to the people. So the police are making themselves quite visible and talking to people, and there are many peacekeeping organizations right here as well. It is a situation at East 140th Street in Kinsman. I'm Leon Bibb. This has been a live report. Let's go back inside.